Gallywix, still one of the most broken heroes in a Murloc Pirate Elemental, will be like this, and still gets armor. This game is super interesting because it will do like a one-turn switch in the mid-game into a very amazing board, even though we low-roll quite a bit, as you'll see in a second. I'll also talk about a big update for Battlegrounds coming soon that got revealed. And on top of that, this late game is also super tricky and very intricate, and a lot of cool decors are being considered and used. So if you're into that sort of stuff, or you want to up your end game strats, then stick around. But anyway, with Gallywix, I like staying down on one, either Jeeve curving or Warrior curving. I'm a bigger fan of Warrior because all the tokens are in as well, so we can just stay on one, find tokens. I guess it's no Tabby Cat, but we already found double Murloc, and here you have double Acolyte. So this is how I usually play. You sell on 5 gold, so you have a roll here on 6 gold as well. Lock the token. And now I was considering not playing the taunts for board space issues, but if you do the math, next time we have to sell for double level, so we get an extra gold to turn after. So then I can sell, have enough gold to buy the token, have enough board space to take the triple. You'll see in a second. So here I sold double level, right? And here I can sell a level, have enough gold to buy the token, get the triple. Also, most of the time I take 5 drops on Gallywix instead of 4, even though we have a great avenge board. Gallywix just like with Nomi or with Hogger completely obliterates, even with Bran. And this is what I mean with low rolling. We hit absolute garbage. Mitrex just is not good on this board. It just sucks in general. Same with Razorgore. And I guess I take Tavern Tempest because it's like it fills out my board. It's more economy, and Gallywix likes that. And a lot of people would be thinking, shit, this is a top 8 game. What do I do now? And stay down on 4 and try and be strong, right? As you will see, I'll be taking some damage here finally against the Dixierella. But yeah, now it becomes really important making the right decisions. I just level up because I realize the only thing I can do on this tier is maybe roll an Avenge card, that's it, or find Major Domo, but I limit my potential. I'm still relatively healthy. I'm facing a Demon Hunter, he can't be that strong. And if I just roll a Nomi or a Hogger this turn or next turn, I'll still be able to pivot somewhat properly. Now, I do find a Witchwing with the level, which probably gives us 2 cards if you conjure Avenge. This guy tripled into a Tony with a Gribber on the board, which is kind of scary, not gonna lie. I did get my 2 cards, they're both elementals and pairs on my board, but I have to take 30 damage for it, and now I'm actually at 15, so now damage cap doesn't even save me anymore. Bran is most of the time an insta pick with Gallywix, since it gives you so much free economy, money, buffs. You love cycling, and maybe I can get a triple here onto the stasis, and we do. So I was able to get this triple onto stasis. I could have bought something from the shop if I'd want like 1 more elemental discover, and I'm really thinking about leveling. Because if I level tier 6, I can do big elementals, but that might get me killed. I'm not in a spot where I can risk it, I think. But we got an Amalgadon, which is great. Now I'm going to buy Dragon as another Adept. Maybe I can move into Menagerie in case I find Jug, stuff like that. Recycling Wraith is also still, you know, on Gallywix, just a lot of free rolls that you can abuse to your advantage. And now I'm just looking to... well, triple, I guess find another triple, kind of lucky, but for more tribes on the board, maybe look out and just pop off. We need to get stronger here. I've been doing nothing, and right now we have like 25 seconds, we have a full hand, and I gotta figure out what the hell and how I want to do this turn. I do want to get more adepts. I'm going to give up on this weak pair. I really can't justify it. Buy another tribe. I forgot to play the dragon here because of time pressure to get more adepts onto the Amalgadon, so I could have had 2 more adepts if I just played the dragon that I bought, especially for this, and just try and live here. And as you can see, 5 seconds left. Let's just... I made a greedy play. Luckily, I didn't rope out. I got this in just in time. And in 1 turn, our board went from trash, literally nothing, into this. Which is just a big as Amalgadon, massive Cyclone, a decent sized Bronze Sword and Bran, even an Eliza. And all it took was to just, you know, abuse my hero power quite a bit and do some crazy stuff. So I can level here since I have so much money the turn after. I still have, look, 8 gold while I just pressed the level button and rolled. And there's a triple Eliza, which probably isn't bait because it is triple Eliza. That's kind of lucky. This doesn't mean I'm pivoting into Pirate Com though. Don't just pivot straight into Pirate Com just because you find a golden Eliza if you have your Bran and your Menagerie set up still. And our triple isn't great. I guess Nadina is fine since we do have the bronze, since we do have, you know, Amalgadon, and I'm looking to find more. And somehow there's a triple into Cyclone. I even didn't realize I had another Cyclone in hand, but that's what happens, I guess, when you have a Golden Tavern Tempest. Fill up your hand with random elementals, you'll just find some triples. So I suppose we'll take it, trying to find more Amalgadons. And yeah, Gallywix just loves to level to 6 early, mainly because of, you know, Seafood Slinger, as we can see here, lookouts, all the basically bullshit stuff that you can do in order to dominate the mid game. I'm just holding here. There's nothing I really want to do. I think I'm super strong. Now this guy does have Nomi, a massive 4 Reaper, but in the end none of it really matters. We also have a Golden Liza. We're able to pressure them down with 15 damage. There's still damage cap, like no one is dead yet. So it is very interesting how people are still abusing the cap to get away with greedier plays. Well, I really couldn't. Like, my level was purely based on the fact that I could die here, but I don't think I will. Like, I'm a monster, and on 6 I give myself potential to actually just high roll and steamroll this lobby. Now, while I'm making plays real quick, yeah, I took the Hamul and I want to try and get it to only give me murlocs, because, you know, then I can find lookouts. I have a slinger in hand, and find more Amalgadons that way. So I'm selling out of some stuff here to guarantee it giving me murlocs. Now, while that's happening, I want to talk about the big update. So there is going to be a patch released. I think the update is the 25th this month, which is in 2 weeks. Tuesday. If you want to know all of the details, I made a short video recapping the entire post onto the second channel. So if you're not yet following the second channel, linked below. The main reason I did it over there is because it was just a forum post. It wasn't really patch notes, like nothing new was revealed. It was only revealed that we're getting a whole lot of new stuff. And yeah, BG reviews, reveals, I mean. So new cards being revealed for Battlegrounds, which we've never really had before. And guess what? I'm also in there. So I get to reveal a new Hearthstone Battlegrounds card, I guess I can say, or a new Battlegrounds thing. So that is super hyped. It's gonna happen, I think, next week on Wednesday midnight, so stick around for that. Anyway, also this turn, as you might have realized, I Seafood Slingered Amalgadon, not the lookout. Reason being, if I Seafood Slinger the lookout and let's go for more Amalgadons, I would triple my Amalgadon, which is not good. I like goldening Amalgadons instead, so that way I can find more on the board in case I discover it from other sources, and that way it gets more depth. And I guess this is the perfect time to ask everyone who is not yet subscribed to the channel to click that button below if you're not yet subscribed, and if, only if, you enjoy this sort of content, since I do upload it daily. And I'm also gonna, you know, review the patch notes when they drop, and I have a reveal for BGs coming up soon, so if you want to catch that, you know, join the club. I'm also trying to go for Golden Brand here this game still, because with Murlocs, I know my last opponent had Golden Brand and Dragons. Sadly, we didn't hit it. Maybe second Murlocs. Nope, I missed on Golden Brand again. Like, look, they had a Golden Brand and a bunch of Dragons. They were super high rolling. We were able to deal a lot of damage, but damage cap still saved, and damage cap was only removed this turn, which is crazy. They had 16 HP, we dealt 15, could have easily dealt 30, but they left because that mechanic is still in the game. I'm still playing for stats. I think that is relevant so far, since, you know, we have dragon players, it seems, and then if they have Nadina and Presters, then you do want some stats on your Amalgadon so they don't get one shot. And I still also want to go for Golden Brand, since the game probably goes on for quite a bit longer, and we can really abuse it much more than other heroes can, because, you know, all the econ I get from it is just like so much. It snowballs so hard, and we're turning this into an APM game. And this Flurgle has a Ghoul and then some random as Murlocs without poison. I mean, they have a Stefan, but yeah, they'll take 23 to the face and just die here. And it is now a top 5. Now, if I find more Murazons, I can maybe try and triple this brand again. I'm wondering if I should take Begurgle, but I think I'm not just gonna take Begurgles. I'll find Lookouts instead, and Seafood Slingers and better cards. Hamul still guaranteed gives me Murlocs. Now I'm gonna roll first before playing Hamul, trying to hit Seafood Slingers, so that way I might be able to golden a Lookout if I find it, or an Amalgadon in the shop, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Now, yeah, we didn't get the Golden Brand there. I'm also not picking Selfless Heroes up yet, because Nadinas are just obviously a whole lot better, and I have one sitting in hand. Now, Lookout, also kind of shit. This Hamul was also kind of shit. We were able to triple Stefan, I suppose. All I'm looking for is just more Amalgadons. Like, this is a typical end game if you have a brand on tier 6. Just find Seafood Slingers, Amalgadons, get strong, do shit, and win. I feel like that's the motto of this channel. Do strong shit and win. It's just, you know, the name of the game. If you can do the strongest shit in the shortest amount of time, you'll beat your opponent. Unless your opponent out-attacks you and is really smart about their positioning or their countering. Finally, I'm getting this Golden Brand, and I've seen so many Seafood Slingers, I just lost count. I have no clue how many I've played at this point, but I think it is quite a lot. So we're up against this person who has what even is this? This is Max. This is just Divine Shield, weird comp without scaling with a grease bot. And I don't think that will, you know, survive against my board. We're just gonna deal a casual. How much is this? 33? Sure. And that is what I mean with the spike as well that we got on tier 6. So remember, when we tripled into, what was it, Mitrex, then a Razorgore and the other 5 drop that we took, the Tempest, and that was complete garbage. Yeah, me neither. But let's move on with the game. I'm still playing for stats. I'm still picking economy. You got another Hamul because why not? Seafood Slinger in hand as well. So now we could golden a Mulligan. Hey, we got our third one, or I guess third one. We have 2 goldens. Technically it's like 7 Mulliganons, but they're not taken out of the pool. Golden Mulligan with Seafood Slinger is only 1, so that's another reason why I really don't like tripling a Mulligan. That was a question I got last time. Why don't you just triple the Mulligan on your board since it's not fixed? But the issue with tripling a Mulligan is it takes 3 out of the pool, and then it will be a lot harder to find Mulliganons from lookouts just in the shops, and you won't be able to get a full board of Mulligan. So that way, or that's the reason why it is a lot better to just find Seafood Slingers, and that way, you know, golden your Mulliganons and, you know, sell an Mulligan instead and replay an Mulligan, so that way you don't take any out of the pool and you have a lot more potential. Now it's a 1v1 and I'm looking at Zep. You might wonder why. What is there to Zep against his opponent? Prester. Like, I just lose to Prester. I know that they were dragons. They were reading dragons, I think. This Hamul is also a 50-50 elemental or murloc. Sadly it was only elementals, but Zap should be good. It can get rid of a Spore or a Sephon if they play it, can pop a Nadina early and maybe, you know, mess them up that way, but most of the time I just try and play around Pesta, which is the highest win card in the late game. Also the Bran I could replace with something more useful, and this is where the heated debate comes in, and this is also the tricky endgame that I referred to at the start. A lot of people in chat were giving so many suggestions of play Nadina here or position like this, play Ghoul, play this, play that. And we first need to see their board. We actually haven't faced them in a little bit, so we don't really know what their board looks like. All I can do is make an educated guess and hope I don't die here. So I'm just selling my cards and rolling still as well, since I might kind of board lock myself, and the free rolls maybe I can end on something properly. And I couldn't, but I think 100% certain they have Prester. I don't really want to sell my brand for Nadina. I wanted to at first, as you noticed, but I don't think it does anything. If I play Nadina, I'm not gaining shields back most of the time, and I was correct. If we go first, you know, we win, but sadly we don't, so their Amalgadon is able to kill 2 of my Amalgadons, and that is the Amalgadon endgame, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever attacks first with Prester wins. But yeah, we were able to get their Prester after all. We just, you know, a bit late, and our trades aren't really going too well. But as you see, Nadina would have not done anything in this matchup. We're able to, you know, lose, take a bit of damage, but we're still alive, which is good because now we know exactly what they have. And now I guess you could consider Ghoul, but the issue is then where do I position Ghoul? I have a massive Cyclone that I don't really want to Ghoul. I can find Prester myself, which would just strictly be a better version of Ghoul, because with Prester I keep my shields and we can remove their shields, which is currently what they're doing as well. Nadina still will never be good, even if you get rid of the Prester. Reason being, I still want to open with Zap, although I think they're going to play around Zap now. You know, very often, you know, in this situation, they realize they lose super out to Zap and they're probably going to buff it up or play a Spore or something. So I'm selling Zap. I think it's just going to be useless now, and the surprise factor of it is gone. But if I play my own Prester here, which I need to really roll for, I also want more taunts to play around his Prester, so I'm taunting my Bran in case it sticks around for another turn. I'm able to, you know, play a Murloc, which got me another Amalgadon, which I knew, and got me a Prester to attack against them. I keep cutting myself off. I was gonna explain why the Nadina is bad, but I'm not picking this other Murloc, by the way, because it could triple an Amalgadon. I don't want to triple my Amalgadon. I'd rather have another Amalgadon here on the board, selling the Bran, and I'm just gonna play Prester myself. And so, okay, if I play Nadina, I can't really go first with all my Amalgadons, right? I can only play Nadina if I can taunt it, because then they could proc it and give me shields back on Amalgadon. But right now, see, yeah, they played around Zap. Zap would not have done anything here. And if we go first, our Amalgadons, yeah, also get triggered with Prester. So I need to put my Amalgadons first, right? Because I need value from the Prester. If I don't go first, my Amalgadons don't do anything with Prester. So where do I put Nadina then? I can't put it early because, you know, then I lose to their Prester. I can't put it late because my Amalgadons are just gonna die most of the time unless they value trade. So that is the dilemma. That is why I think Nadina doesn't really work on this board unless it's taunted, and you know, unless I know I'm big enough in my Amalgadon's trade and he doesn't have that much poison. But as you can see, that is not necessarily the case. We beat them, but we don't kill them. Our trades weren't amazing, you know. We were able to snap their Presser early, which was great, but the other trades didn't really go in our favor. But we're just a stronger version of them. We have like 4 perfect dongs, a massive Cyclone, a massive Murloc, and Prester. Well, they have like some scuffed dragons, a Selfless, and a Prester. So you can see it not really working out. They also had to put Selfless in the back. Yeah, try and figure out what the best possible endgame is. Like, you can see Scab's board here. How would you position? How would you attack? Would you play a Ghoul or Nadina? Or really think about it and let me know in the comments, because a lot of people had different opinions, but I think this is still, you know, the best I can possibly be. I don't think I want to change up this board. But my hits are terrible. I popped their Selfless for free for them. I hit a plant, and there, Prester just gets to kill 2 of my Amalgadons. So this is horrible already right off the start. I could have killed so much with my Amalgadon, instead I did nothing, right? And then let's see how this fight continues. My plants are able to pop some shields, so that is good. They did get poison onto it, but their massive Divine Shield Terragosa kills my other Amalgadon. It couldn't really have gone worse. All his hits were great. My Prester basically got no value. Like, our Prester did nothing. We killed nothing almost with our Amalgadons, and they got, you know, insane value. I also just need to attack first most of the time to win these, but it is what it is. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this Gallywix game, and I'll see you in the next one.